Well. As you guys know, in the comment section, let's start off by putting in the comment section hashtag Big Boys Time in the comment section. So we're going to discuss a little bit on the Champions Cup game that we witnessed yesterday. We're going to touch on Clarendon College versus Hydel, and we're also going to touch on Glenmuir versus Kingston College. But very important, two things I want you guys to do before we get this show going. Hit that like button and also go in the comment section and put hashtag Big Boys Time. And I also want you to tell me what are your thoughts on both games. For each game, I want you to tell me what are your thoughts. So let's start off with the first game. For one, I expected it to be a cracker. Unfortunately, if I'm being honest, why this a peak? If I'm being honest, I don't think the game necessarily lived up to expectation. I thought it would have been more of a big bang, if I'm being honest. Because a lot of person looking at it said, Hydel looked to be one of the Manning Cup champions, and Clarendon College looked to be the Dakasa Cup champion. And from my perspective, I thought the game would have been a lot closer. I thought it would have been a lot closer. I'm not saying that Hydel didn't play. I'm just saying that I thought it was a little bit too. There was a clear evidence of which team was the better team. I never necessarily wanted that. So as the game started off, before the game started off, changes made by Clarendon College. I see Dandan coming in at left back, which is really interesting, people. Now tell you the truth. Let me tell you, I'm not gonna get into the game part of it. What I thought was very interesting. For Hydel, I saw Keanu Jackson on the bench and Deshaun Henry. And I'm like, whew, interesting. Very interesting. I find it extremely interesting to see those, specifically those two players on the bench. So my thought was that maybe Hydel was reserving some legs to put on when maybe the game is a bit too maybe in even the game close, like in the 60-70 minutes, and the game is a little bit close, maybe 0-1 or something like that. They would put out the addition of Keanu Jackson and Deshaun Henry, extra quick legs, extra dangerous legs to cause some problems. Well, unfortunately, if that was the tactics, or maybe it's injury, but if the tactics was to bring them on later in the game, when maybe they were tired legs, I don't think it actually worked. Now, as the first game kicked off, it was clear, 100% clear what Clarendon College intent was. Stamp the authority in the game as fast as possible and take control of the game. But in the other aspect, you saw from kickoff, the moment from kickoff, it was a transition by Hydel getting in front of goal, trying to cause some problem for Clarendon College. But after that, Clarendon College kept their composure, and it was regular business like manner from Clarendon College. Nevertheless, it's a bit something like this. Me know, man. So, nevertheless, as the game proceeds, I thought for me the most standout player for the first half would have been Daniel Clark. That's the left back for Clarendon College, aka Dandan, the number 11. I thought it was really good. A lot of recovery because Hydel was hitting on the break. A lot of recoveries from both Barrett, that's Amma. Quite a lot of recoveries, but I just enjoy watching Daniel Clark play. And I think a lot of persons don't know him. Maybe just the CC fans them alone who are acquainted to Clarendon College, or persons who watch Clarendon College week in, week out would have known him. People, the number 11, for those who don't know, who have never seen him, it's the number 11 for Clarendon College. I mean, he is one of the most technically refined attacking left winger. And he can also play on the right wing. I think he can play on the right wing. But because you have a more established player, like in the likes of Hull, who is, far superior to... I think he's far superior to Dandan. But I think that's a level where Dandan can get to. I believe that's the level that Dandan can get to the Hull level in maybe a year or so. Maybe even less so. Because he's so technically equipped. And now seeing him playing left back, I like that. Because I'm saying at least now, playing a left back position, you would have gathered the defensive awareness which is very, very important and well needed for a player of that of his caliber. So certainly, as the game goes on, you can see CC imposing himself on Hydel more and more, dictating the midfield, controlling the game. The calm and composed nature of Hodges in the defense made the game easy. Malachi Douglas in the midfield linking up well. I do think though, Ronald Bart caused a lot of problems in the midfield for Clarendon College. Turn away from players, getting in players' face, knocking the ball in wide areas, finding Omario Henry, who was definitely running onto the fullback in behind the full. I think he was running in behind Atiba, but that's the reason why you find out that you find both Barry doing a lot of work, a lot of recovery, last ditch tackles, getting on to Omari Henry. So it was actually a very good matchup between both of them. Two paceful players, one a defender, one is an attacker. Early chance here there was an early chance by Hydel. Brilliant save from the goalkeeper. And then now that's how CC now started getting into the game. Started pull off shots left, right, and center from all over the park. And then boom, the breakthrough come out and came. Ball play through. I think what was it, the first half? Yeah, the first half. The first goal scored in the first half. The breakthrough came to Clarendon College after a well-worked ball by Christopher Hull. And actually the first shot, I think Kyle Dixon should have done a lot better. Ball hit off the bar, came back out almost out of play, still held on to it. Christopher Hull played across the goal into the path of Kyle Dixon, and as you know, in the 18 box, Kyle Dixon will finish that any and every single day. But as the first half continues, Clarendon College stamping their authority, controlling the football, controlling the game of play, and it just the game kind of fade away from Hydel. Second half now comes come on, you see, that's when you see Keanu Jackson coming on, Deshaun Henry, maybe just to come add a bit of quality to the Hydel team, and in which they did, but they weren't able to put Clarendon under any more enough sustainable pressure to cause any problem. And Clarendon College just keep on picking away at the Hydel defense. Kyle Dixon again, time and time again. Kyle Dixon half chances, almost a good chance, fear enough chances, 1 and 2 chances, and until a beautiful pass in behind from Christopher Hull. He has some brilliant passes, finding the toe point of Kyle Dixon. Kyle Dixon take an extra touch, push it wide, and he unleashed every aspect of struggles that is going on in Trenchtown, in the Rima region, in the Boys Town region, every aspect of down that jungle, every aspect of struggling that's going on down there. Kyle Dixon unleashed that in that shot. And I'm telling you, man, when he hit that one, you could see the pure joy coming from him specifically. Now speak about everybody, you can see from him that, like he said, this is my moment, this is me, this is what I want. And I was really, really proud of him. But the idle centre back, I really, really like how he play. Michael Forbes, he really tries. At some point, even at points, he would take the ball and dribble, go way out, just to try and make something happen. So, nonetheless, I do think that it was a good effort by Hydel. I don't think it lived up to the clash as what we saw versus CC versus Georges. I think that CC versus Georges was more of a spectacle than the Hydel versus CC game. But nevertheless, it was definitely a good try by Hydel. The game ended 2-0, courtesy of a brace from Kyle Dixon. And I definitely thought that CC were the better team not throughout the game. They were the better team, yes, because they won the game. I love moments. They didn't capitalize on their moments. But when they play against a team like CC, you won't get a lot of chance. So when you do get your chance, you have to take them. And Hydel didn't do that. Guess what CC did? They took theirs time and time again after going at goal, and they won the game 2-0. Relatively, I'm not going to say, I think the last 15 minutes were more comfortable because Hydel kind of pull off a bit and started sitting a little bit deeper. But nevertheless, it was a good matchup. As I said, never live up to the spectacle as we expected it to, but it was definitely a resounding game by both teams. So we'll be touching on the Glenmuir games next. So We'll look into that. Anyways, big up on yourself, people. This is a review for the Hydel versus CC game, Champions Cup, and CC's on to the Champions Cup final. Big up on yourself, people. MG Sports TV. Now, see you guys again. If I miss anything, please put in the comment section. Please hit the like button. Well, I know whole 90 minutes, so we can't talk about the whole 90 minutes. So I miss a lot. So that's just the overall context of the game. Big up on yourself, people. Drop it in the comment section. I'll see you guys again. What you think? And hit the like button. MG Sports TV. We're out. Boom. God bless.